Today is the day that we've all been waiting for, because today, or at least some of you, today is the day that I start reviewing games for the ZEEEE EX SPECTRUM. Now that I have a working ZEEEE EX SPECTRUM, I've got a functioning Framemeister, I've got the cables that I need, I've got a television, and some place to work. So, let us begin with Enduro Racer on the ZEEEE EX SPECTRUM. And the way that I do this is I play the game for a while to obviously get a feel for it, have some fun playing the game, and then I record footage, whether it's off the screen or using direct feed with an Elgato capture card in my laptop, and then later do some editing. But this all starts with playing the game and having a good time. Unless the game sucks, in which case I play the game and don't have a good time. And then I let you know about it, what kind of time I'm having. Good time, bad time. It's Enduro Racer, so how could this possibly be a bad time? Let's get started. Alright, let's see. So I've got the tape in here, but I may have to flip it over. I love video games on cassette. I never actually had a like a Commodore 64 or anything when I was a kid. My dad had a bunch of old like IBM PC or IBM clones, as they called them back in the day. So I played a lot of games on 5 1/4 inch floppy disk, which I'm hoping to get back into later this year. But I really didn't have cassette. No, so I gotta flip it over, I guess. Looks like the eject button is broken, but a fingernail will work. Play! 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 There we go. No problem. Was it like this when it was new? I've heard nothing but horror stories about the ZEEEE EX SPECTRUM, and the fact that the awfulness sort of amplifies the awesomeness. And oh, this sound is great. Modern game systems need to do this. I'm sitting here waiting for 5 minutes for the game to start, listening to what sounds like a modem. I love it. It does kind of sound like Ministry. It's very ominous when it gets near the end. Are we all gonna die, or am I just gonna play Enduro Racer? Oh, that one. Good. Better than death. It's Enduro Racer. Only cowards from the future buy a game and expect it to play instantly. When you play ZEEEE EX SPECTRUM, you have to wait for at least 5 minutes while listening to some great tunes. I like that. You see, that's character. That's personality. That's what modern game systems... Well, game systems are already being eradicated one by one, but that's what modern games in general lack, is personality. Here's the tools. The Framemeister. Have to say it like that. The adapter from Rob at Retro Gaming Cables. Thank you, Rob. I'll be doing a full review of the adapter soon, which, as you can see, works. It plugs into here and back here to get the fusion power from the Framemeister. And the ZEEEE EX SPECTRUM, 128K. Oh. Here's the controller options I did. 1 is left, 2 is right, 3 does wheelie, 4 accelerates, and 5 brakes. But of course, braking is for cowards, so we won't be using 5. Thou shalt not push 5. And 6 is right out. Woo! I agree with what a lot of the British viewers have said. The ZEEEE EX SPECTRUM does not appear to be a great game system, but it has character. We never had this in the States. Ooh, extended play! And the colors changed! Oh, like Outrun. Ran into something. At a later date, I will be reviewing checkered flag for the ZEEEE EX Spectrum. Since I have a racing setup right here, got this nice R-seat, PlayStation wheel. I think checkered flag will be a lot of fun, so. How many of you just shrieked in terror when I did that? Don't worry, I'm sure the tape's fine. Oh, come on. Stupid. Don't make me use the brakes. I don't like this game. The controller options kind of suck, but it's been a while since I played games on the keyboard, to be perfectly honest. I need to get used to that 5 button being the brake. That's a weird one. Out of my way! Should be road rash. Should have a chainsaw and some clubs. Flamethrower. If there's a better controller option, maybe one of you watching can let me know what it is. This is awkward, but at least all my fingers are more or less in the same place. Which button makes you not fall? I used to play games on keyboard when I was a kid, but it's been a long time. Stop running into things! First turn always gets me. One of these days I'll learn. So I'm going to play the game for a while. And it's fun. I like Enduro Racer. See, I can't tell if I'm playing it correctly or if it's just broken. Internet, where's the instruction manual for this game? So I'm doing some other stuff today too, working on the Game Genie review for the NES. Gary from New Jersey just sent the show this and the magic contained within, but I laughed my ass off when I saw that, Gary. I'm going to be doing a full review of this packaging for the Panasonic A1 Mark II MSX computer, and then shipping this to the guys at GameSack. And I'll be telling you that story later. And I will also be working on a review of the Bayonetta art book, which looks spectacular. It's a really nice book, so all kinds of good stuff coming up on the show. We'll go 13 too. I never got around to reviewing this yet, but that's a super cool game, and I have the sequel. Here it is, I think. Can't read it, but it's a different game, so got 2 of these guys coming out as well. Who's the boss? That dude. Enduro Racer ZEEEE EX Spectrum Manual. I'm sorry, ZEEEE EX Spectrum Manual. Enduro Racer World of Spectrum. I found the instructions online. Hints and tips. Avoid other riders, jeeps, rocks, trees, water, etc. That's good to know. Wasn't sure about that. Remain on the road. When you go over the jumps, you'll lose speed unless you pull a wheelie before reaching the jump. You may also go around the sides of the jumps, though this may slow you down. Okay. Alright, well I do seem to be playing it properly. I guess I just need to get better at it. Well, alright. Back to some ZEEEE EX Spectrum. worldofspectrum.org. Do not mess with that guy. So as you see, this is the beginnings of a classic game room review for the ZEEEE EX Spectrum. I'm going to do some direct feed recording tomorrow. Next week will be some editing, and then I do the voice narration. And then you hopefully get to enjoy a review of Enduro Racer on the ZEEEE EX Spectrum. And then of course some of this will also be seen in the Framemeister review and the review of the cable for the Framemeister from Retro Gaming Cables. So, lots of good stuff coming up on Classic Game Room. Thank you. This game's hard, by the way. Either that or I just suck. Probably, well, maybe a combination of the two. Testing 1, 2. Hello. Hello. How's that sound? Hopefully okay. Doom. 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 If you're going to buy the game anyway, buy it through ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Now prepare for the Lord Carnage Club, where I celebrate these backers on Patreon by shouting their name in a volcano! Derek Langley. Beer is the trick. Steven Chucknick. From New Jersey. Michael Fernandez. People not named Michael Fernandez aren't Michael Fernandez. Al Stiver. Woo! EDM. Jason from British Columbia. Philip Strabenmuller from Vienna, Austria. Cue the thunder. Jeff, Captain Dauntless, Briar. Cue the lava. I don't know what lava sounds like. It sounds like this. Jack Stavris from Australia. Ohad Kane, Master of Thunder. Chip Sankvale, Fighter of Space Bees. Woo! Rick DeBarros gets the extra disco. Michael and Ariana Nelson, Fighters of the Future. That's enough disco, because now it's time to shout, Busy Signal! That's right, and keep the volume loud and the party rocking for Sean Zoltek. Really? No. Sean Zoltek! Sergio Matthias Hergert. Tubular. Will.